How is everybody doing? Nomad here. In today's video, we're going to be going over a highly anticipated game from a series we all know and love. Now, this isn't any game. This is a survival crafting game set in the world of Moria. That's right. If you've ever wanted to participate and live like a dwarf while exploring the world of Lord of the Rings, well, pretty soon you will be able to. In Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, you, the player, will be summoned to the Misty Mountains by Lord Gimli, Lockbearer, this dude, where you will take control of a company of dwarves from the Dwarven homeland of Moria, becoming part of Dwarven legend with the ability to fully customize your dwarf. Customization will be done in a variety of ways to create a unique Dwarven identity. Just like most games in this genre, as you progress through gameplay, you can find and craft armor and weapons to further enhance your unique style. Now, you're probably asking yourself, where exactly is it set and how does the world play out? The game world will be set in a procedurally generated Dwarven realm of Moria. No two adventures will be alike, and every expedition is traversable either solo or online with friends, which is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, games in this genre usually are co-op, which make them all that much better. You'll be able to mine to craft greater gear and resources, but in doing so, you'll be making noise, and noise created in the quiet deep awakens dangers below. Where there's clatter, there's combat. Excavate the mysteries of 3 legendary mountains, extract precious metals, scrape to survive, and battle unspeakable forces to learn the secret of the shadow that lurks within. In Return to Moria, we will be able to explore areas outside the mines and around the mountains, but it seems the main focus will be within the mountains themselves. Now, this is interesting. I would think these caves and mine systems would have to be unique and intricate enough for replayability. There will need to be point of interest and things to discover so it doesn't feel stale and seem like the same paths over and over. I'm excited to see how this will play out, and we're just going to have to wait and see exactly how these different locations, this procedurally generated world, actually come to be in this title. Now, this wouldn't be a survival title without the actual elements of staying alive. You know, every survival game has food, temperature, and thirst management. Well, to survive the treacherous mines of Moria, players must conserve resources, hunt and gather for food, and manage their sleep, temperature, and noise level. Utilize dynamic light systems for safety and to blaze a path further into the darkness. Battle unspeakable evils and survive hordes of orcs in visceral combat, while uncovering the secrets of the shadows that loom within the mountain. Basically, the goal is to dig deeper and deeper further into these 3 mountains, uncovering new materials, enemies, areas, and resources. This is how the crafting and base building system will progress in this game, as we've seen it many times before in titles like this. Find solace from the darkness, reveal and clear new locations to create architecture on a grand scale. Get creative and construct bases from scratch or build upon existing environments that you will discover throughout the mountains. Once a base is built, raids will then begin to target your progress. Let's take a second and talk about the combat. With the ability to craft and loot legendary Dwarven armor, tools, weapons, and structures, alongside rebuilding ancient forges to strengthen, repair, and enhance gear, upgrade, and unlock new technologies and machines. We don't know too much about the machines, but basically, this is going to be similar to all titles in the genre, where it's going to be a system of upgrading specific aspects of gear or putting aspects on gear based off of new loot and new resources that we find around the world. Just like most survival titles, as you progress through the world, you will unlock new craftables, materials, and resources that will enhance your gear and base, starting from simple starter materials with little impact to more rare, stronger materials for stronger bases, weapons, and gear. The sound and look seems like there will be existing structures throughout the mines you create, discovering loot and being able to utilize existing buildings as a form of structure to mold your base around. Now, this is super interesting because all these places will be or resemble things we've seen or heard about in the Lord of the Rings stories and world. But we're going to be going down into the mines, and we're going to eventually be able to find different point of interest that have some sort of lore attached to it in the Lord of the Rings world, and we will be able to discover specific resources for that location, rare weapons, rare armor, as well as directly be able to build a base connecting to these existing architectural designs, which is super fantastic. It's going to be interesting though, because the whole idea is to go deeper and deeper into these mines. So what do you build? A base, loot up the general area until you get enough material and you feel safe enough to go deeper down, find a new zone, build another base. It seems like we're going to be able to and have to build multiple bases within one mine structure. Now, I don't know if there's going to be fast travel systems or how the traversal is going to come about, because I imagine if you go deeper into one of these mountains and you get to the bottom, there has to be an easy way for you to get up to the top. Maybe teleportation, maybe be able to go to an existing base that has specific specific loot and gear that you've left for later use. But that is super interesting to me, and I'm just excited to see when the game does release how this is going to play out exactly. That is everything we have on Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like on it if it was at all insightful. Subscribe for all things open world survival crafting, as well as everything Return to Moria when it makes its debut later this month. We're just gonna have to see how this title plays out. With a title revolving around such a popular series and IP, it's gonna be very difficult. They may change things up. They may not stick to the lore. We're just gonna have to see how it pans out when it comes out and makes its debut later this month. Again, drop a like on the video if this video gave you a little bit more insight on the new title releasing. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and as always, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.